The opinions expressed by the host and guest on this program are solely their own and do not represent the views or opinions of Blind United. We strive to provide diverse perspectives and discussions on our platform, but the opinions expressed should be understood as personal viewpoints and not reflective of Blind United as an organization.
It's time. It's time for
coffee time.
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 And here is your coffee time crew.
Well, good Tuesday morning, everyone. And as always, welcome back to Coffee Time with Blind United. So, got the regular Coffee Time crew with me this morning. Pedro, Carol, good morning, y'all.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone.
What's going on there? Tongue twisted.
It's tongue twisted Tuesday.
Yeah. Okay, there you go. But good morning, everybody. Good morning.
Yeah, I'm just a little tongue-tied this morning. But anyway, we are good. So we got two. Well, we're supposed to have two, but we only have one today. Ladies' night. So tonight will only be makeup, skincare, makeup application and skincare with Aletha Donaldson at 5 p.m. Vanetta had something to do, so she had to squash her group for the night. But again, you can still come and get you some makeup, skincare tips, and all that kind of good stuff for you ladies. So anyway, moving on, got a few things from the news. This first one is they putting Jimmy Kimmel back on the air starting tonight. For those that haven't heard, I'm anxious to see what's going to happen with it. But let's play the article and then we'll talk about it on the other side.
Hey, Blind United crew, grab your first cup as the Coffee Time crew gets into this first article. Jimmy Kimmel returns to late night under new terms following suspension. Jimmy Kimmel is officially returning to late-night television tonight, but not without controversy and conditions. After a nearly week-long suspension triggered by his remarks about the killing of conservative activist Charlie Kirk, ABC and its parent company Disney have reinstated Jimmy Kimmel Live, a decision that followed intense public backlash, celebrity protests, and behind-the-scenes negotiations. Kimmel's suspension began after his September 14th monologue, where he criticized political reactions to Kirk's death. He stated, "We hit some new lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them and doing everything they can to score political points from it." The comments drew condemnation from Federal Communications Commission Chair Brendan Carr, who warned ABC affiliates of potential license consequences if they failed to take action. Disney responded by suspending the show indefinitely, citing the need to avoid inflaming a tense national moment. However, the move sparked a wave of protests. Over 400 celebrities, including Tom Hanks, Meryl Streep, and Wanda Sykes, signed an open letter through the ACLU demanding Kimmel's reinstatement and defending free speech. Former President Barack Obama and late-night legends like David Letterman also weighed in, warning of government overreach and managed media. Behind closed doors, Disney executives, including CEO Bob Iger and entertainment co-chair Dana Walden, held what they described as thoughtful conversations with Kimmel. While the full terms of his return have not been publicly disclosed, insiders report that the agreement includes a more cautious editorial approach moving forward. Kimmel is not expected to issue a formal apology, but ABC acknowledged that his comments were ill-timed and thus insensitive. Notably, not all ABC affiliates will air the show. Nexstar Media Group and Sinclair Broadcast Group, two of the largest station owners, have announced they will continue to preempt Jimmy Kimmel Live in dozens of markets, replacing it with alternative programming. Sinclair has demanded a direct apology to Kirk's family and a donation to Turning Point USA, though Kimmel has not responded to those requests. The reinstatement also comes amid broader concerns about political influence over media. President Trump celebrated the suspension on Truth Social, calling Kimmel ratings challenged and talentless. Critics argue that the FCC's involvement and Trump's public statements represent a dangerous precedent for government interference in broadcast content. As Kimmel returns to the airwaves tonight, viewers are left wondering how the show will address the controversy. Will Kimmel confront the issue head-on or pivot to safer territory? And will this moment mark a turning point in how late-night hosts navigate political commentary in an increasingly polarized media landscape? One thing is clear. The return of Jimmy Kimmel Live is not just a programming decision. It's a cultural flashpoint in the ongoing battle over free speech, media independence, and political pressure. Now back to the Coffee Time crew for their thoughts.
Well, there's a lot to unpack there. Number one, I want to address the box that they chose to stand on, the mountain they chose to stand on, whatever. They're standing on, his supposed, well, I mean, I heard him, his comments about, the right and, trying to portray the killer, yada, 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 right? That ain't why they did this. That ain't what pissed Trump off. I'm sorry. What pissed Trump off was the second part of that monologue. And that was a part where there was a reporter asking Trump how he felt about his good friend, Charlie, being assassinated. And he says, "Oh, I'm doing fine. But do you see those construction workers over there? I mean, we're starting work on this big, beautiful, amazing ballroom and yada, yada, yada." And and then he said, so Jimmy then ended the clip and said, Trump is in the fourth stage of grief, contracting. That's what he did not like. He showed the insensitivity that Trump had, even for his supposed friend being assassinated, and was more worried about boasting about this ballroom that didn't nobody ask for. Okay, that's my opinion. That's what I truly believe. Now, if Jimmy has to tone it down, I wouldn't have came back. No, this is my First Amendment right to be able to say what I want to say. As long as I'm not inciting violence, I have every right to say what I want to say. And if he has to tone it down per se, I wouldn't have came back. I'd have stuck with that $1 billion lawsuit that he put on him and then went there. Okay. The real reason that Disney brought him back, it's because they're losing money. They took a big time hit in the stock market. They got people dumping their subscriptions all over the planet. Okay. I mean, Disney, Hulu, ESPN, all of these various things that, it's under that Time Warner Disney banner, umbrella. People are canceling their subscriptions. Okay. Now, the only reason that those media groups that they talking about, the only reason they talking about that they're not going to air it is why? Because they're trying to show favor with Trump because they want to get their merger passed. That was the original reason why they put pressure on the ABC, because they wanted to get this merger to go through. Okay, It ain't about Jimmy. It ain't about what Jimmy said. Again, it's corporate America. It's about that dollar bill, y'all. It's about that bottom line, and it's about them trying to have a bigger monopoly on broadcasting, which if they complete this merger they trying to do, they will have over 80% of the network channels across the country. Okay.
Yeah. That not the one that broadcast Jimmy locally. Yeah, though that company owns a lot of those media.
The ABC affiliates.
Yeah, there you go. The
ABC.
ABC affiliates. Thank you, Ed. And think about that. A corporation billionaires, 5 of them own most of all the media, not if all of it. And now they're trying to make it go smaller, consolidate this type of this sector. This sector, that's why you see different news agencies and companies paying off this administration. Um, Even you have Ted Cruz of all people coming out and letting the right know this type of behavior where can it lead to. Um, but you have others that are cheering this and don't understand that the ball can swing the other way as well. Freedom of speech is freedom of speech on the left or right. It does not matter. It's in our constitution. That's why it's above all. It's our First Amendment right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And just because you don't like what I say, I mean, now I didn't like a lot of what Charlie Kirk said, but it doesn't mean that we couldn't sit down to dinner and have
He
a
had a right. He
conversation.
had a right to say what he
He did.
said.
He
Jimmy
did.
Kimmel had a right to say.
Jimmy Kimmel did as
Even
well.
Colbert had the right to say what he said.
That's right.
Everybody has a right to say what they say. That's the whole thing. This is what keeps our democracy in check, right? The ability to voice our concerns about what's going on within our republic, right? If we're being silenced, okay, which is what Trump is trying to do, then we can't protest against what he's doing.
Right.
Basically, what it boils down to. Okay,
Right.
so again, no, it's about our First Amendment. I mean, again, let's go here. The only authority he has is over the bigger companies, right? I mean, the FCC has control over the smaller media groups as well, but because why? They're going over the airwaves. They are broadcasting, okay, over the airwaves. You know who he does not have control over? The internet and cable. That's why you see they can't come after folks in cable. They can't come after the internet for the independent media nowadays, what we call them, right? The little channels, we're calling them little, but we're talking about guys that's got 5, 6 million subscribers, right? So to me,
Right.
that's not a little channel. But again, they're on like YouTube and stuff like this, right? FCC can't come after them like that. Now,
Um,
that's not saying that they won't try, just
yes,
like they're trying to come after this guy. But because of the First Amendment right, again, FCC has no grounds to stand on with this one.
yes,
Okay,
No.
yes, but you're gonna see the line they're gonna push, and they're gonna
they're
push
gonna
that
they're
line
gonna try
to
to blur that
censorship
line.
and
I don't
Exactly.
cancel.
believe that he's going to taper his content, because that to me is just
Oh,
not
he
who he
will.
is.
If he gets that contract and it's in the contract and he signs, it's in the
Well, yeah, if
contract.
it's in the contract, of course he has to
But
follow that
he
unless he wants
shouldn't.
unemployment.
He shouldn't be floral down. He shouldn't be censored because
No, not at all.
No.
some snowflakes on the right want to cancel. Now we have government. What happened to the right that we knew? Less government, freedom of speech. It's all
Hold on, hold on,
And
hold
continuity.
on,
It's
hold on,
and,
hold
gone
on.
crazy.
but this is
Hold
the
on, wait,
thing.
wait, 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 hold on, Cal. What about what he said during his inauguration? I am going to sign an executive order and return free speech to America.
Yeah, he did say that. He
In
did
his
say that.
inauguration. Okay, but now you want to turn around and censor everybody that says something that you don't like. And trust and believe, this had nothing to do with Charlie Kirk.
Oh no,
I'm
no, no,
telling
no,
you,
no.
this was all about Kimmel making him look bad.
But this
That's
is
what
the
this was
deal.
about.
We all have options. I mean, there's so many things on TV that I might not like, but I can change the channel. You should still be able to say whatever it is, whether you like it or not. And if you don't like it, turn away. Why do you have to always come back with something? that is destructive to someone else just because you don't like what they say. You don't have to agree with everything, but you can move on to something else.
I mean, it happens every day in everyday life. I mean, there's a lot of people that I'm close to. Do I agree with everything that comes out their mouth? No, I
No,
don't. But that
no,
don't mean I'm gonna cut ties with them.
that's
And
right.
I'm quite sure that I said quite a few things that they don't necessarily agree with,
Right. Agree. Agree.
because that's just part of life. But because you don't agree with me and I don't agree with you, now we can have that conversation and we can find something that we agree upon
Right.
somewhere in the
Yes,
middle.
yes,
But
but there are those people that don't want people to have that right, so they can have freedom of speech, but us, we can't. There's people with that type of mentality, and unfortunately, it's within our government.
oh, okay, so now you're going to put an endorsement on my real ID that tells me I have the right to say what I want to say, and you don't because you're a minority.
Hey, that's how it's looking. They want to tell us. All right. Remember okay, there was conspiracy theory. It's a conspiracy, right? It's called Project Mockingbird. People can
Mm-hmm.
look this up. It's where governments infused government ex agents, but they're not ex agents, like ex CIA and other agents into the news
Right.
organizations to push a narrative. This is what been, it's called Project Mockingbird. You can look it up, but this is what's happening now. This is what they were saying. They were trying to do the government get into media and narrate
The
the
content.
the content and the idea. Now we have government showing us in full force. They want to censor the ideas, the talking points.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I get it. They just want their uh, alternative fact message to get
Mm-hmm.
out. Okay,
Yeah,
I mean,
Right.
like every time he steps up there, oh, prices are coming down, the country's great, yada yada yada. No, those are alternative facts, player. And it ain't no. It's the only
Not in the
people it's
real
great
world.
for right now is them upper autocrat folks. Okay, those folks.
well,
Yeah, it's better for them. The
Yeah.
millionaires, billionaires. Yeah, it's
and the
better
Not
for
in the
them.
real world.
technocrats, the tech
Okay,
people too.
well, yeah, but again, for the average American person walking the planet,
No.
it ain't better. It's worse.
No.
It's worse. Well, I'm saying planet because we did a lot to help people around the planet,
That's
but
true.
that's the only reason I'm saying around the planet. But here in America, I mean, look how stupid these Republicans are. They just realized that a lot of these big, beautiful bill stuff is going to take effect before midterms. Now they panicking. Why? Because once these things start taking effect, and trust me, they're already taking effect here in California. I'm pretty sure they're taking effect in a lot of different states across
Oh
the
yeah.
country. These people are going to lose their seats.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that simple.
Gonna vote them out.
Yeah,
Okay, it's just that simple, and it's all gonna be right there in plain sight for everybody to see before we ever get to midterm elections.
hmm
You know what I'm saying? So again, this is about them doing. Why are they trying to gerrymander everywhere? Why? Because that
that's
way they can control those seats and don't have to worry about losing those seats.
yeah.
And
Okay.
people are looking for some type. I mean, you may not agree with everything that he says, but some of the stuff, it's funny. People are looking for a light or something based on everything that you see that's transpiring right now. We're hurting. So laughter is the key to survival for a lot of people. And if they have to watch that, whether he likes what he said or not, whether they're trying to censor his voice or not, I mean, people are just looking for some type of relief. And if that's
Well,
the show that's doing it for them, I mean, I'm interested. I'll be watching tonight. I'm
well,
interested to see how everything is going to turn out.
well. A lot of people are. It'll probably be one of the most viewed nights
Oh
he's ever
yeah,
had, just because people want to see if he's
they
going to
want to see.
down or is he going to tone it down? And if
Mm-hmm.
he tones it down, I think he's going to lose a lot of support. I
Oh
really,
yeah.
I
Yes,
really
Oh
it
yeah.
could be true. Yeah, that could happen. That could be an aspect of the viewership right there. Um, you
Well,
know,
I mean, I'm
Hmm.
sorry, Pedro, but
Go
you
ahead.
know, he's
Go ahead.
been doing Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. He's been doing some other shows. So it's affecting,
Mm,
it may affect his pocketbook as well. You know, he had a lot of
mm,
guest hosts actually doing his show because of this millionaire show. You know, they used to be by Regis and then somebody else
hmm,
did
hmm.
it, but he was, you know,
Said did it
he's
for
the
a while.
host.
The entertainer did it for a while.
Sure
Oh
did.
yeah,
He sure
Cedric
did.
did it for a little while too.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
he
seen
sure
that.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Um, but um, and they also want him to donate, even though this could hurt his pocketbook as well. Another thing they stated in the article. That's kind of whoa.
well, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, again, but they didn't put a dollar amount on it. But I promise you, it wasn't that much. It's a token donation, just something to look good for the media. I mean, you know
Right.
what I'm
A
saying?
dollar?
Yeah, hey, hey,
I could
yeah,
buy that for a
let me
dollar.
go here.
A
Can
dollar.
even if it wasn't nothing but $1, guess what? You still get the ability to say, "I donated to that."
That's true.
Okay.
Wow.
So anyway, we at the end of this slide.
Yeah.
We're moving into the second one. Let's run a couple promos. We'll get into our second article.
If you'd like to know more about Blind United, you can visit our website at blindunited.org. You can email us at info@blindunited.org. You can call us at 909-846-8825. You can follow us on Instagram at Blind United Interest Groups. You can follow us on X at Blind United 22. You can watch our YouTube channel, Blind United. You could join our Facebook group, Blind United Interest Groups, or you can follow our Facebook page, Blind United. Blind United.
Hey, coffee time crew, we got something new. Support the mission and look fresh too. Fresh rock that blue with the logo in white. Blind United shirts, yeah, they feeling right. Just 20 to hand and you're part of the cause. Helping blind folks level up, no pause calls. From Jaws with Andy to Hall Ace tips. Support group love and crochet kits. Movie nights rolling, the vibes are lit. Every shirt you buy helps all of it. So cop that tee, be proud to wear. You're lifting up lives with every pair. Email us now, don't let it slide. Info@Blind United or join the pride.
Well, again, I didn't get into it this morning, but the T-shirts, that's one way to really, really help out Blind United. And if you really enjoy listening to us here on Coffee Time, uh, man, please help donate so we can keep Coffee Time on the air. We got somebody down in Solis, my brother from another mother, that's going to match everyone's donation. But I'm going to make this statement now, and I hope my, co-hosts here, they understand my point. I'm not going to let this man pay for everything on his own. This is about you guys. If you guys want to hear this, if you want this information that we're trying to give you, then I need you guys to step up. Okay.
Right.
This man is doing this because he has definitely been a big time supporter from day one with Blind United. He is willing to help out if you guys want this. Okay. But I'm not going to require him or force him to pay for everything if you guys are not going to show your support as well. Okay, I can just move on and do something else. I'll bring it back at some other time, whatever. But again, it's not right for him to have to pay the whole thing on his own. And I'm sorry if people don't like that attitude, but I mean, it is what it is right now. Uh, we got to do what we got to do for Blind United. And again, even though he's willing, it's taking a lot of time out of my life. It's taking a lot of time out of Pedro's life. It's taking a time out of Carol's life for us to come here and do this every day. Okay. All we're asking you to do is just show your appreciation. Again, it don't have to be much. If it's only $5, okay, at least I know you care. But if you just want to sit there and hide in the shadows and listen and don't contribute, don't participate, you're about to lose out. I'm sorry. You're about to lose out. That's just the way it is. So Anyway, I'm sorry. I don't mean to
No,
be so
no
whatever, but
apology necessary. I mean, Blind United has helped me tremendously. So, you know, it just listening, and I've come across a lot of people, and I know you're out there listening. You know, you say what you hear is so educational, so inspiring, and we want to know how much you love just hearing us on a daily basis, learning all of these new technology things and new ways just about current news, things that most people don't think about that are visual. You know, it's not too many places you can go and find this type of information about us where we matter. So show your support that you enjoy it.
so
It doesn't have to be much.
right, right. Well, I appreciate you, Kel. What did I have on this next article, Pedro? What's the headline on that? I'm sorry, the title.
California is the first state to ban
Oh, okay.
masking.
So, I mean, hey, this one's cool to me. I mean, we'll see how this is going to work out. But check this article out.
Hey Blind United crew, grab your next cup as the Coffee Time crew gets into this second article. California bans masked police officers in landmark move for transparency. California has officially become the first state in the nation to ban law enforcement officers from wearing masks or facial coverings that obscure their identities during public operations. Governor Gavin Newsom signed Senate Bill 627, known as the No Secret Police Act, into law on Saturday, marking a major shift in how policing is regulated in the Golden State. The law, authored by Senator Scott Wiener of San Francisco, was crafted in response to what state leaders described as secret police tactics used during federal immigration raids under the Trump administration. Beginning January 1, 2026, officers employed by local agencies, federal agents operating in California, and even out-of-state officers will be prohibited from concealing their faces while performing official duties. The legislation makes the use of ski masks, balaclavas, tactical masks, and similar gear a criminal offense, except in narrowly defined circumstances. Exceptions include SWAT operations, approved undercover assignments, protective medical masks, respirators, motorcycle helmets, and other safety equipment required by occupational or environmental hazards. By July 1, 2026, all law enforcement agencies in California must adopt and publicly post written policies regulating the use of facial coverings. These policies must affirm the values of transparency and accountability, limit mask use to specific and clearly defined situations, and prohibit masking based on generalized officer safety concerns. Violations of the law may be punished as infractions or misdemeanors. Officers who commit civil rights violations such as assault, false arrest, or false imprisonment while masked in knowing violation of the statute could face civil damages of at least $10,000. Governor Newsom emphasized that the law is a response to disturbing practices witnessed in recent years. America should never be a country where masked secret police grab people off the streets and throw them into unmarked vans, he wrote in a letter to the legislature. He also noted that follow-up legislation may be needed to clarify exemptions and protect officers acting in good faith from unnecessary liability. The law has sparked controversy. The U.S. Department of Homeland Security, led by Secretary Kristi Noem, publicly urged Newsom to veto the bill, warning that it could undermine federal law enforcement operations in California. Despite this, civil rights groups including MALDEF, the Prosecutors Alliance Action, and the Inland Coalition for Immigrant Justice praised the governor's decision. Supporters argue that masked immigration raids have eroded public trust, traumatized families, and endangered safety. They also point to recent impersonation incidents in other states, where individuals disguised as federal agents committed crimes while masked, highlighting the dangers of allowing law enforcement to operate anonymously. In a press conference following the signing, Newsom stated, "If you're going to go out and you're going to do enforcement, provide an ID. Tell us which agency you represent. Provide us with basic information that all local law enforcement is required to provide." As California leads the way on this issue, other states may soon follow. For now, the No Secret Police Act stands as a bold declaration that transparency and accountability must be at the heart of public safety. Now back to the Coffee Time crew for their thoughts.
Well, I mean, number one, I'm glad that they're trying to do something about this, but here in California, I've seen this before. Verbiage matters, and I'm hearing them say no mass police. I want to look at the bill and see what the bill says because I mean that does that also include federal law enforcement again because you're saying police, but my point being, we don't know that this is going to cover federal.
No, well, police, it covers state police, and they also put a clause for federal agencies. Their agents are coming to do activity.
Well, I heard him say out of state police, but again, I didn't. I mean, I heard him mention that this, aimed at trying to, deter ICE and all that other kind of
Hmm.
stuff, right? But
Hmm.
again, I just want to see what's in the
Hmm.
bill,
Hmm. Yeah,
Right,
understandable.
right.
Yeah,
you
because they
know.
mentioned local police, federal agents, and out of state police.
Right. Well, I mean, again, I'm hoping that this is
Hmm.
true. I mean, because I mean, let me go here. Me and the old guy in the room, whatever, right? I've seen LAPD, okay, riding around in uniform but unmarked cars, where they literally took off their license plates and they were actually what they called crash back in the day. Crash was the original gang task force, okay, and they worked out of Parker Center in downtown LA, but they would go to all the other precincts, divisions, and then they would, just go through the neighborhood, get all the gang, round everybody up, fill out field investigation cards, whatever. But what we noticed when they would come into our neighborhood down in Venice, once they stepped out of that car, they literally had a piece of tape over their badge number.
What?
Yes, they were identifying themselves, right? Because they're
Right,
wearing their uniform. They're in full LAPD uniform, but they were hiding their badge number because why? That was a way to identify them. They took the license plates off the cars. Why? Because that was a way to identify them. You
right.
understand what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
So my point being, even when you see stuff going on with the FBI, what do? They hurry up and put on that FBI windbreaker.
Windbreaker. Mm-hmm.
The DEA, they do the same thing. ATF, they do the same thing. What makes ICE any different? You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
They should be identified as who they are. They should have an ID tag, something that shows, not only a jacket that says, custom enforcement or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
Immigration customs enforcement, but they should also have some sort of an ID with their picture on it that shows who they are, right? U.S. Customs has a badge. I mean,
Hmm.
I'm sorry, I've dealt with customs a lot when I was driving trucks. Every customs officer had a badge on that he wore when he was on duty. What makes them so different?
Yeah, yeah, and Christy Nome is just trying to also put that this is undermining the federal government and them doing their operations. I think this is just opens up more how can you say, more transparency with these agencies not wearing masks, causing this pain in the community, people not going to certain cities, people not going to work, wondering if your dad or mom is going to come home, wondering should you take your son or child to school because they might be right there waiting for you. This is people in America living life right now. Think
Yeah.
about this one as well. I don't know if you have seen, but there's a picture going around social media on the 605 freeway. Somebody put a banner up on a billboard. Said, "This is what he said: Proud Boys wanted. Sign up for ICE."
Mm-mm.
I mean, again, I mean, and that's something else with the people need to dig into. Where are you recruiting these agents? Okay. And if they are so proud to be doing their job, why do they have to wear a mask? Oh, well, that prevents us from being doxxed. Okay. Well, no, the whole purpose of not wearing a mask is so we can identify you, so we can dox you, so we know who
Hmm.
you are.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Okay.
and the reason they wear masks is because they're tombstoning people. You have people on social media. I'm gonna sign up for ICE because I want to slam immigrants on the floor. You have people stating this online. There was a MMA fighter put that on his media post. He wanted to sign up ICE just to go body slam people.
that's
Um,
crazy.
and this hides their identification. How can we identify when somebody is got a mask on, no badge, and is harming someone?
Well, I mean, the same thing like back in the day, when the wrestlers wore masks, right? But the reason they wore masks is because it was actually some of these wrestlers were double dipping and they would be this character today and that character tomorrow. Okay, you pull the mask off, you find that, oh, that's Hulk Hogan. You know what I'm saying? But with
Right.
that mask on, unless you had any other identifying marks on your body, nobody knew who you were.
Couldn't identify you.
I mean, it was just a form of them getting paid. But my point being, there's no reason for this to be happening. And should be totally against the law. And it is. But because this administration has no care, no whatever for the law, no regard for the law. He's breaking the law. I mean, come on, he's already been convicted, 34 times of breaking the law.
Right.
More than that. You know what I'm saying? So again, he's going to do whatever he can until we stop him. Okay, whenever there's a protest, whenever there's something to get out there and protest against him, I'm not saying go out there and take Molotov cocktails and all that stuff. No, go out there, peacefully protest for your rights. Okay, once the let's go on back to Jimmy Kimball. Again, I believe one of the main factors in them bringing him back was what? They were losing their form of revenue. They lost a big stream.
$4 billion.
They
Oh,
even told people that, if you just got to have Disney for your kids, unsubscribe, send a message, and then resubscribe.
right.
You know what I'm saying? At least you're sending a message that you're not with what they're doing. And that's the whole
Mhm.
purpose behind protests is sending the message that we do not approve of what they're doing.
Yeah.
So that's what this is all about as well. We do not approve of mass men rolling through our street, gathering people up with no whatever. They're not
And
telling you nothing. They just gaff you up, throw you in a van, an unmarked vehicle, whatever, take you to some detention center somewhere, and then they're letting the staff at the detention center sort you out.
And guys, is this is just not only grown people. This has happened to a 16-year-old disabled person with autism got detained out of their high school, outside their high school, a disabled minor,
Autistic,
mm, mm.
autistic.
autistic.
And anybody that knows anything about autism, some of those folks, they, depending on where they are on that scale, they
Mm-hmm.
just don't understand what's going on.
No, a
You
lot
know
of
what
them
I'm
are
saying?
nonverbal or, very agitated, things of that sort, and
So
all of that masking stuff. It just incites fear. It's like this administration just wants us to walk in fear, and we should never want to do that. Never
no,
participate with anything like that. So
no, not at
protest
all.
peacefully so that we can let everyone that needs to know that it's something we just don't agree with.
But
And that's
again,
how you do it. You hit them in the pocketbook.
let's get into advocacy. Hey, Carol, get with your folks down there in Texas, whatever. Get with
Right.
not that you got a lot of wind down there, but let
Hey,
Abbott
I'm gonna blow as hard as I can.
let Abbott and them know that you're not happy about those mass men coming around snatching people up, no matter what
Right.
state you're in.
Right.
Let your people know that you're not happy about these mass folks that's running around like they just, got, they can do whatever they want to do. They can't do that. We're in America. We have rules and guidelines and constitution that we
Right.
have to pay attention to. So anyway, let's we at the end of this one. A hell of a day today. Let's get a couple more promos, Pedro, and then we'll jump into the last one, my brother. Did you know Blind United offers free training in assistive technology? We call them interest groups. We offer training in JAWS, NVDA, iPhone, iPad, as well as Meta Ray-Bans. We also have groups like support group, cooking groups, and crafting groups. There are also groups for entertainment like movie night and RS game night. For more information about all the interest groups that we offer, just email us at info@blindunited.org or visit our Facebook group, Blind United Interest Group. We would love to have you be part of the Blind United crew.
Have you ever wondered what it's really like to be blind? Ever wanted to ask questions but held back, afraid of offending? Blind United invites you to replace that fear with fun, learning and connection at our 4th annual Walk a Mile in My Shoes challenge. Join us Saturday, October 11th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Wayfinder Family Services, 50 Huntington Angeles, Vista Boulevard, Los Angeles. Experience everyday attacks blindfolded, like pouring a cup of water. Try assistive technology like screen reader computers and iPhones. Get a hands-on braille lesson and discover how independence is built every day. Smile, laugh, and learn alongside the blind community. No pressure, just pleasure. Help us build bridges, close gaps, and make connections. Walk a mile in my shoes and see the world in a whole new way.
Well, I'm going to step out on this ledge right quick. I'm sorry, I'm just getting a little bold with things at this point, kind of freestyling here. So this is my opinion, and I'm sorry if I offend you in any way. Again, if you like what we're doing and you believe in what we're doing, this Walk a Mile event is for the sighted community. Yes, it's for us, but it's about creating awareness within the sighted community. If you're not going to invite somebody to come and take this challenge, then when we get in a room together, don't complain to me about what these people are doing to you when you're out there in public. I don't want to hear nothing about somebody grabbed on you and started tugging on you. I don't want to hear anything about you was at the restaurant and the waitress was talking to your family and not talking to you. Why? Because this is the opportunity to educate those people. And if you're not going to take the step, we're providing the platform, we're providing the venue, we're providing the event for us to teach these people. But it doesn't make any sense for the preacher to stand up and preach to the choir every Sunday if ain't nobody sitting in the pew. Okay? It doesn't make any sense for us to put on this Blind United event, Walk a Mile in My Shoes event, if all we have is blind people in attendance. I'm preaching to the choir at that point. You understand my point? So again, if you like what we're doing and you want us to do what we do, then again, sign some people up that are sighted. Don't just sign yourself up so you can try to get a free T-shirt or a free hot dog or whatever it is we might be serving or whatever. Don't get me wrong. I love my people. This is why I do what I do each and every day. But I'm tired of being the only one standing there with a megaphone talking. It takes all of us. We are united, y'all. Blind united. That's what we're trying to build, a movement, right? Where we all working together trying to make a better place in the planet for us. Trying to teach people how to understand who we are, what we're about, what we can do. Get rid of the myths about what we cannot do. Okay? That's what this whole thing is about. And if you're not going to help me get the word out there, then, I mean, again, it doesn't make any sense for us to put this event on if all we got is blind people there. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm not trying to be inconsiderate, whatever. But again, Pedro, Carol, the rest of the Blind United crew, we cannot do this alone. We have to do this together. So again, please get these sighted people showed up, like I said, to show up. I mean, sign up your doctor, sign up your nurse, sign up your waitress, sign up the person at the counter at McDonald's. I don't care. Sign up as long as they got the vision, sign them up because that's who we're trying to educate. I can't educate us. We already know what we go through. Okay, it ain't about us at this point. It's about us, but it's about teaching others. It's about affecting change through creating awareness. How are we ever going to change everything if all we're doing is locked up in a room together complaining? If you can complain to me, then you can sign them people up. If you can complain to anybody else within the community about what we go through, which we all already know what we go through, right? So you're not helping by complaining to one another. Who are we helping doing that? Nobody. Okay, the only way we can make it a difference is to get these people educated. So again, I'm sorry, I'm just at that point right now. And again, I'm not trying to be an ass about this or whatever, but it's frustrating trying to work with my community. Think about it, y'all. I mean, yeah, I'm begging. I'm begging. I need money for this. I need money for that. Blind United needs money for this. Blind United needs money for that. Let me quit saying I. Okay. Blind United needs money for this. Blind United needs money. But what is Blind United doing for you? Every day we got interest groups going on that don't cost you a dime to come in. Okay. We got tech groups going on. You can come in and learn about technology. Okay. You can come in and learn how to do, advocate for yourself last night, right? We had whatever. Okay. All of these various groups we have. I mean, people call me up, oh, well, I can't do such and such so and so with my phone. Oh, but you didn't show up to the iPhone basics class. Okay. That's what that's for you to come in there and get that information. Oh, well, I'm having trouble with my computer. Oh, well, why you didn't show up to the advanced technology class? Why you didn't show up to, the JAWS class? That's what those groups are for. Okay? Quit being entitled. I'm sorry. Quit being entitled. Yeah, we are entitled to have these things, but guess what? Everything you're entitled from, you got to put work in to get it. You're only entitled to it if you work for it. Ain't nobody just going to Publish Clearinghouse just went bankrupt. I don't know if y'all know that. There ain't nobody walking up to your door handing you no big check no more. Okay? Ain't nothing free. Blind United is free, but you got to put in the work. That's what the cost is, the work. Put in the work. We all have to put in work. If we don't put in work, what we going to do? We're going to starve to death. So anyway, I don't know. Y'all want to keep talking about this, Pedro, or you want to play this last article? Well, it sounds like he might have got busy. I'm
Oh wow. Okay. Okay.
not
Well,
sure.
we only got like 10 minutes to go. Yeah, folks. Ed don't want to be D about it. But yes, guys, we love to help you guys out. We like to come and provide our help when we can assist, even through advocacy, even through technology, JAWS, voiceover, even through crocheting and things like that, what extracurricular activities as we call. We volunteer our time for like the movie night. We volunteer time for the groups because we want to bring something to our community. We want to give back and we love to give back. And Blind United, we believe you should have access to your technology. You know, um, yes, we don't want to off put any folks, but we want you to come out and participate. But yes, the mission of the Walk a Mile event is for you to come out and bring someone sighted. Have them take this challenge. Have them take the challenge. Um, you could propose to your community, to your church, to your doctor, to your local grocery store. Propose the challenge. Come out and experience how we do things every day, what we go through, how it feels sometimes to get anxiety when you walk in a crowded street with so much traffic and noise going on and you don't have your sight. We just want people to understand the vision that we go through, like how we go through it, the experience that you are going to gain, the understanding that you're gonna take away from this event. This could be eye-opening, understanding why we need these uh tools out in public like the signal lights that beep that make noise.
The
Ever wonder
audible
why?
signals.
Yeah, the audible signal. Thank you, Carol. Oh, ever wonder why those are there and how we use it and how we dictate ourselves to stay in line to get to the other side of the street? Because if you're not in our community, and then if you are in our community, we veer. So come on out, experience this annual event we have going on called Walk a Mile Challenge. Come take it. And if you're just listening and you know someone that would love to take this, or you want to come out and bring that person, we have a sign up form, and that's info@blindunited.org, and you will get all that information in your inbox. But remember, if you're in our community, this event is to advocate, raise awareness, of the things that we go through in our everyday life and our struggles.
Amen. Amen. I mean, again, we're preaching to the choir right now. I mean, in essence, with me and Pedro, we understand it. Carol understand, and most of our listeners understand. The thing is like we're trying to tell you, we got to step outside of our comfort zone. Again, somebody walks up on you, you're out today, and somebody does something that, what I'm saying, that you're not comfortable with, or treats you in a way you're not comfortable with, or talks to you in a way that you're not comfortable with, invite them, because that's exactly who we're trying to educate. That's exactly who, but that access driver that don't know how to interact with you. Okay, that waitress at the restaurant that don't know how to interact with you. That nurse at your doctor's office that don't know how to interact with you. Okay, all of these things. I mean, we had a conversation the other night where we were sitting there talking about, well, actually, it was last night, okay, about, when we're in the hospital, the way they treat us when we're in the hospital, like we're
Right.
just total invalid. We can't do nothing for ourselves, okay? I get very, very offended, but I tone my anger and I turn it into an educational moment, just like I do when I'm in the streets. When somebody says something to me that I'm not comfortable with, you know what? Let me share a little something with you. And then I try to educate these people. Okay. When I'm getting in these Uber rides and the Lyft rides and stuff like that, and that driver, that just doesn't understand, I use it as an educational thing. The drivers, the conductors and stuff on the train, trust and believe, every day I'm advocating for us, y'all, the whole community. I'm not I mean, yeah, it's for me as well. But I mean, again, I don't have no problem speaking up for myself. But at the same time, I'm educating them about the community. And I let them know not every blind person is the same. Not every blind person has the same skills that I have. Okay. And then there's people that got a lot more skills than me. But again, it's about letting them know there's a way to do this and there's a way not to do it. And for you walking up, grabbing me, grabbing my cane, whatever, start hollering in my ear, that's the wrong way. Okay? Walk up, tap me on my shoulder. Excuse me, I see you're blind. Do you need any help with anything? Oh, thank you very much. No, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Or, yeah, you know what? It would be a lot easier if you could help me get over here. Right? It's just that simple. It's
Right.
really that simple. But we at Blind United, me, Pedro, Carol, the rest of the board, whatever, we cannot do it alone. We need all of us to put in the work to make this happen. And I mean, I know that the event is taking place right here, but in California, but everybody that's listening to us across this nation, across the world, you have the opportunity to do the same thing in your area. You have the opportunity to do that with the people that interact with you in an inappropriate way. You just have to learn how to speak up for yourself. Just like you need to learn how to speak up and tell these people they need to come and sign up to do Walk 'em Out. It's not hard. It's really easy. Okay, that's the only way we're going to be successful with this. You know what I'm saying? So
That's true. For those of you, I mean, like when you're at the store and you're alone and you're at the cashier and you're using cash, when they're giving you the money, sometimes they don't know. Hey, can you tell me what this is? Is this a 5? Is this a 1? That way you can separate your bills and put them where you normally do. You're educating them. So all of that, even though, you all are having this big thing there in California, I'm certain by October being that month where blindness is represented, there's something going on possibly all over. So, utilize that time to advocate and invite visual people to know how you pour water without spilling over and how you deal with, microwaves and things of that sort where you can't see the buttons, little things like that you can teach them. So advocating and showing up and participating and getting involved helps so much. Make this world so much better. Blind unite and unite this world so that they can be educated on how we maneuver throughout it.
well, I mean, again, it's not that hard. It's easy. I mean, I'm sorry, what I was going through training center, that was the number one lesson that I learned. You must learn how to be your own best self advocate. If you don't learn how to advocate for yourself, you're never going to get the things that you need. Okay? And because of my self advocacy and seeing the flaws and seeing the things in society and so on and so forth, that's what brought Walk a Mile about. Okay? That's what brought Blind United into existence. Okay? Trying to do something better, something different, and trying to make this process easier. Trying to help out people like Carol that doesn't qualify for services. Now she come here, she can get services for free. So
That's
can
right.
anybody else out there that maybe you're getting services, right? But you just don't want to take the time to get out and get like I did. 3 hours each way just to go down to the training center. That's 6 hours a day traveling time for 4 hours of training, 3 to 4 hours of training. Okay. Okay. But again, you got to put in the work. I had to put in that work to get the training I got. Okay. Am I great? I'm not great at any of this, but I am changing it up. That old thing about you can't teach a old dog new trick. No, that ain't true, because I'm learning new stuff all the time. And I'm 68 years old, y'all. Okay, I'm older than I thought I would ever live to be. But here I am, and I am devoted to my community and trying to do everything I can to create awareness for our community, about our community, for our community. Okay, so again, I need your help with this. Get these decided folks signed up. Let's get them out here. Let's educate them. Let's show them how we do things. Let's create some awareness with this. So on that note, again, please don't forget about the 50%, the matching donation thing for Coffee Time. But at the same time, please like, subscribe, share, follow, comment, all that good stuff. Again, unless you guys just don't want to hear us no more, then don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? Just keep doing what you're doing. And and it'll go the way it's supposed to go. Okay? And I'm hoping the way it's supposed to go is you guys step up and you guys start spreading the word about what we're doing. So on that note, I'm sorry if I offended anybody today in my manner of speech today. It's not my intention. I'm just a little, got a little
rough around the edges. He's rough around the edges, guys. I mean,
Hey,
I do
and it's
talk
all
to him
good.
privately about it sometimes, But yes, Ed, he's up there in age, guys, and we know as our grandfathers and
Call me a
older
grumpy
folks,
old man. I give a damn. Okay.
that's the
No,
truthfulness of our elderly people. But yes, Ed just wants to hammer home that we want to provide these services, and we need your participation. We need your participation to show us that we're doing a good job, to show us that we're going the right way, So,
And
put
if
in
you
your
don't like
input.
what we're doing, shoot me an email. Let me know what you think we could do different. Ask
Mhm.
Pedro. Pedro's on my board. You can ask anybody that's on the board of Blind United. I may have something in my head that I want to do, but I don't do anything without bringing it to my board first. And if my board says, well, no, we need to do it this way, guess what? That's what we do. I don't run nothing. We got people out there talking about, oh, well, y'all just living off the money you collecting. Blah, blah, blah. Anytime you want, you can come and look at our books, and I promise you, every penny is accounted for. And not near penny went to any of us on this board, unless it was a repayment for something that we paid for out of our pocket that benefited Blind United.
And
That's the
guys,
only thing.
being a 501c3, that means we need to keep our books in order, and that's how we keep them in order as well. So everything
We
is
have
accounted for.
to. It's required by
It's
law.
required by law. Yeah.
And again, I ain't getting paid. Pedro ain't nobody getting paid, y'all. Nobody. The only people that are getting paid is you, the folks that come in and do these groups. You're getting paid by getting a free education, okay? Free training, free entertainment, free whatever, okay? That's what this is. So anyway.
And also, think about this. This is Blind Media, brought to you by blind individuals.
yep, we're all blind. And,
I mean, are we perfect? Is everything visually appealing? I'm not going to say that because I can't say it. I don't know. But guess what? Ain't nobody getting up in the morning and setting up StreamYard for me. I do that myself. Ain't nobody getting these articles together and converting them into audio files. I'm doing that. Okay? Pedro, he's doing a lot of different stuff on the side that people don't know. Pedro used to do everything that I'm doing right now. Guess what? I learned how to do it. Why? Because I wanted to make sure that Pedro had time to do other stuff because he's more technically savvy than me. Okay? He can do things that I'm not ready to do yet. So I learned how to do what he was doing, which actually is pretty simple now that I know how to do it. But when he was doing it, I had no clue. Okay? So come on, man. Again, I love y'all. I'm passionate about my community. I'm passionate about trying to create this awareness. And I hope y'all feel the passion in what I'm saying and not be offended by anything I've said. It's because I'm so passionate that I say the things that I say. Please understand that point. So on that note, thank you for showing up. Thank you for commenting. Nobody commented today. So maybe somebody will comment later on. I hope so. But anyway, like, subscribe, share, follow, all that good stuff. Appreciate y'all. We'll see you then tomorrow on the next one. Have a great day.